Hello Capricorn, here's a reading for you for February 2018. Generally it is the reading for the time when the sun is in the sign of Aquarius, but we can assume it's for February 2018 because the energies usually last longer than 1 month. You appear as Eight of Swords. The cards are already laid out because I was doing the reading in my native language first, so that's why they are already on the table. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising, so you can check your Sun, Moon and Rising sign. Eight of Swords representing you. It seems you are in some kind of closing the trap of your mind. As you can see, the person in this picture isn't able to move, isn't able to see, and seems to be trapped between the swords, between the thoughts. So it's a mind trap. The truth is that there is always way out of here. And it requires seeing the situation from the different point of view, from above. And the way to it is usually not by fighting, but by resting. Taking rest, thinking about the nature of life and death, retreat, perhaps some vacation, just leaving it. This is also the card of meditation. The peace of mind is the answer to this trap. But I don't think it will be easy for you to come to this Four of Swords energy, to this peaceful energy, because at the center of your reading, in the present position, you have the Magician, which is great, because Magician is someone who can do whatever he wants. He has all the tools, he has the energy, he has the will to do things. The connection between heavens and earth is present here. So theoretically you can do whatever you want. But how to do it when you're trapped in your mind? That's not so easy, is it? And to make things worse, as the incoming energy, the energy opposing you, have Knight of Rods. And I think this is the energy of hastiness and change and lack of consistency. Of course, it is a very powerful energy, so he comes with great power and passion, and he's acting driven by passion, and there's nothing wrong about it. But he's not consistent. He's taking one thing and then he's changing the subject of interest into another, and then another, and another, and another. And the feeling I have here is strengthened by what you have in your head, which is Seven of Cups. It looks like you have so many things available for you that you really cannot choose which one to focus on. And perhaps you have this illusion that you can do anything you want. Now it comes together when I see it like this. The illusion may be about being able to achieve everything with passion, which is not true. You can't. You can only achieve some things with passion and other things with work, for example, in time, not all at once. I understand it like that now. This is funny because when I when I do the reading in my native language first, I usually have some way of reading this, and then I do it in English and I see other ways of seeing this, and I like this way much better than the way I've done it in the reading in Polish. So this can be the nature of this illusion. that you can be in many places in the same time and do many things in the same time. And it's somehow very much contrasted with this past energy of Four of Cups, which is all about boredom and not being interested in taking another endeavors, in taking chances, in trying new ways. Okay? So you come out of this into a total opposite when you think perhaps you can have it all, you can do it all. Perhaps it's because at the bottom of the deck you have the Devil. This is your card. Of course, this is the card of restrictions and habits and sex, etc., etc., etc. But most of all, this is the card of Elan Vital, your life force, life strength, and strength is underneath. So there's this great corporal body energy here, material energy standing behind you and influencing you in a very nice way, in a very profound way. So perhaps that's why you feel that you can do everything and you're not obliged to choose and to focus. But in the base you have the Lovers, which is all about choosing. It's all about choice, an important choice you have to do in your life. The Lovers. It can be a choice regarding your love life, of course. Perhaps you see very many opportunities in front of you right now with the Seven of Cups. Perhaps you see how it can be and you think you can show your spouse, your friend, your partner heaven. But mostly it's about choices we make and the responsibility we have for our lives. How do we live it? What do we choose? How do we drive our little mortal vehicle? I think this thought about death is quite important here because it appears here as an advice position or as a result position. The result may be profound change. But it can also indicate that you should remember about death. You should remember about the time you're given in this form, in the world, and use it the best way possible. But not to the extent of forgetting that you're mortal. So remember about it and act accordingly. You perhaps, the thought that I can have it all at once is something that doesn't really help you live your life in a fulfilling way. So, whatever it is, it will change you. And I think and it's very important, you hope for the world. In your hopes and fears you have the world. And the world is successful ending of a cycle. So, you think you're going to succeed. And that's great, because what we think, what we hope for, really influences our future. It makes things filter through reality towards us in the way we want. And seeing the world here makes me think that you're able to overcome this wreath of swords, to see through it and see yourself in a wreath of beautiful flowers instead. Instead of illusion, you have the completion of a cycle. You will come out on the other end winning. That's what you hope for. And I think you have all the tools to do it. Definitely. But perhaps not so fast. There's something about being more timid, more humble. Oh, that's the word. More humble in whatever you do here. Because if you're not, I took 2 additional cards. You have Page of Swords and Ten of Rods. I feel as if you might collapse out of being just exhausted and not experienced enough. In the future, you have 2 of Swords. And when I first saw it, I thought, oh, you won't be able to choose rightly, because there's this feeling of haziness and being unable to choose here. But in the new Palladini tarot, 2 of Swords has a different meaning. It means conformity, balance, courage, friendship, tenderness, affection, and intimacy. So all the good things connected with the 2. And together with Lovers, I think for some of you, this means that you really are able to choose what's best for you too, for you and your partner, and create a real intimacy here. Although you may feel trapped, you can find a way out. And I feel you will find a way out. Out of many ways, you will find the right one. Because you have the world in your hopes. And that's guiding you. And it's great. Okay, Capricorn. You were the last this month. But it won't happen again until the year from now. So I wish you a beautiful month of February. And I hope I see you next month. All the blessings for you. Bye-bye.